Hey Flosstube!
Hi Flosstube!
Welcome to our channel about cross stitch called HathawayStitchers. We are sisters, and Hathaway was the name of the street that we grew up on. So we're going to do super fast intros, and then we're going to dive right into a finished parade. So my name is Erinn, my pronouns are she, her, and you can find me on Instagram at CozyTownStitches.
My name is Amity, my pronouns are also she, her, and you can find me on Instagram at BoomerangStitches.
So super fast backstory, since I know some people just watch finished parades, so maybe you haven't seen any of our other videos. Our mother was incredibly crafty and sewed and knitted and crocheted and just painted ceramics,
everything.
Like, just did all the crafts and taught us both to cross stitch when we were very young. I did a couple of projects over the years and then didn't really pick it back up for real until Amity tricked me into going to keepsakes with her.
Tricked you. Yeah. It didn't take much to
that's
coercion to get you to go.
Like, oh no, shopping. But no, so keepsakes is our LNS. So we went about 6 months ago and bought a few things and just loved it right away and have really enjoyed it. And
almost exactly 6 months ago,
It is
right?
almost my 6 month stitch anniversary. Yes. Is that a thing?
It is.
Can we
now.
make it a thing? All right. So
I think you should celebrate with a start.
Hey yo. I mean, odds are good. I will. So anyway, so yeah, I've a very new stitcher, and you'll notice as we go through the finish parade that Amity has a lot more finishes than I do. But yeah, she has been stitching a lot longer. So.
Much like Erinn, I did a couple of projects here and there, and didn't really pick it up seriously again until 2018. But since 2018, it's been like every day. Just gotta stitch something.
There you go.
Gotta keep the streak alive.
Yes. So yeah, she has about, I think, 4 times more finishes than me. So we're gonna bounce back and forth a bit so she doesn't have to just talk forever. So I'll do 1, she'll do 3 or 4. It's kind of chronologically, but yeah,
kind of. I messed that up a little bit.
Close-ish. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's it. So ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
I feel like before we get started, if you are here for some amazing finishing ideas,
oh
no,
nope, this isn't it.
Yeah, Helen D. Helen D is the place to be. Head on over to her. Watch ours first, maybe.
Yes,
and then head over there.
Yes, that's stay for the finishes, not the finishing. That's not our. That is not our thing.
That's not our thing.
True story, really fast. When we went to keepsakes, and I knew next to nothing about cross stitch. If you've not been to keepsakes, it's a house, so it's lots of different rooms. And I was in one room looking at patterns, and I heard some people in the next room that had brought things for Barbara to finish, and I thought they were just sick of stitching them. She was gonna finish stitching them for her or for them. I did not know it was a thing to finish something.
There was I'm done with this.
Yes,
take it to someone else.
Well, that's a great service. You start something and you get bored, and then you're like, finish this for me. So
that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
that probably would be a good business.
Yeah.
To finish people's whips.
You never know. Yeah. So we do have a couple of things in frames.
We have 1, 2, 3.
Hey.
And 5 ornaments.
What? See, you pay for your whole seat and you only need the edge. It's gonna be a thrill. So anyway.
A thrill?
Yes. Yep. All right. So for real, we're gonna dive in now.
Okay.
Because we have a lot. So.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you're up first.
All right. Did we say we were going chronologically newest to oldest?
Yes. Oh, okay. Yes. Newest to oldest-ish.
Ish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the most recent finish I had was the Yule Sow by Witch's Garden Crafts, and this is done on a 32 count Stormy Night Lugana by Zweigart. And I did all of the called for except the yellows. They were a little bright, so I made them more gold. But so I was happy to finish that. I did this in, was it the Small Wind Sow?
Oh, yes. That was such a great idea.
Yeah. Stitching Nati.
Yep.
I always want to say Nati because we live so close to Cincinnati.
And a lot of people call Cincinnati the Nati.
Yeah.
And when I first saw that account, I was like, oh, great. It's like a local stitcher. No, not Stitchy Natty. No. But no, I love that idea. I started something for Small Wind.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that was a push for a finish on that.
Very nice. So my most recent finish, and I did talk about this in our last video, was Don't Touch Me by Uncanny Kari and D's 20 Stitches. It is stitched on 28 count hot coral linen, and I still get so excited when I get to say this, 2/2.
2/2, you always do.
Feels so fancy. Like, so yeah, it's none of the called for. It was all charted in Brennan needle, and I couldn't find any of those, but really loved it. So kind of swapped everything out, and then it's really hard to see because it's so tone on tone up in the corners, but dyed my own floss for that,
Yeah.
which was fun. So that was my most recent finish.
Love it. Okay. So my next one was the Darwin Sampler by Hannah Stitching Designs, and this is done on a 32 count just mystery linen. It was or not linen, Lugana. It was an off-white that Erinn and I snow dyed. It's just a couple of colors of RIT dye and stitched with DMC 3021.
I love that quote.
I do too.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the next one I have is Partridge and Pear, done by Pigeon Coop Designs, and this is on 32 count Stone Lugana by Fiber on a Whim. And this is one that we showed in our whip parade, and I was planning on stitching, he currently has 3. I was planning on stitching them on one piece, but I did reach out to him in case anyone is also stitching these to see if he had any plans to design the other 9 for the whole 12 days. And he said, like, at this time, no plans are in the works, but if he did, they would be released maybe like 3 at a time for like a year, like 3 a year.
Got it.
So I didn't think I could hold on to this for the next like potentially 4 or 5 years. So
That's a long time.
yeah. So I just did it as an individual piece. And I'll do the others individual.
His book looks great though.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Did you pre-order it?
I'm going to. I have not yet.
Yeah. All right, our next finish we finished together, and we talked about this on maybe all of our videos so far. But
Every single one. Yeah.
So we stitched Small Burbs by Ink Circles as a secret sal with our friend Angela, and the idea was, and the rules were, you had to do a full conversion, so you had to change all 4 colors. You had to, of course, choose fabric, and then you couldn't talk about what you had selected until we all finished and did a big reveal. So it was a lot of fun. They all turned out really different, which was fun to see.
So different.
Yeah.
So different.
We're doing another secret sal that starts March 1st with another Ink Circles pattern called Garden of Zig. Same thing. It has 5 colors instead of 4. So if you want to make that 10 colors or 2 colors,
it could be like
no
1.
rules.
It could be 100.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You could do every single stitch in
Exactly.
different color.
If you
whatever.
really hate yourself, you could do that. Like,
I actually thought about doing that in a project.
all right,
I thought it'd be fun.
confetti queen. Yeah,
Well,
yeah. That was our secret sal. And
do you want to talk about the fabric and stuff? It's
oh yeah, I do. Mine is on Murky, 14 count Murky from Picture This Plus. The gray is 3799. The other colors are all from a Mo's Sale cotton pack. Pink is called Manic, the orange is Tangerine, and the blue was Frozen Lake.
nice.
So, I love dirty fabric and neon floss.
Yes.
It's my vibe.
Okay. Mine was done on a 32 count Lugana by Fiber on a Whim, the color Cypress. And I had a mix of Classic Colorworks and Roxy Floss Co. and Gentle Art.
That's right, all food.
They were all food, yes. I don't remember exactly what.
It
Cucumber.
was like cucumber and aubergine and like chocolate cream pie or
something.
something.
I don't know. But,
Yeah. All right, the next project also something that we stitched together, and it's something. So our mom passed away last year after a very long battle with cancer, and in going through her things, Amity found like a whip of hers that was not completed, and it was a kit from a brand called Happy Things, and so Amity finished our mom's whip.
yes, this was hers.
Yep, which only had the French knots left, right?
Yeah,
the
thanks,
hard
Mom.
stuff.
Thanks.
Yeah, you can tell she was just like, nah,
No,
like
not doing that.
not doing it.
That's not my
Yeah.
problem.
Like, that's someone else's problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, Amity finished our mom's whip. I restarted it. So mine is on a 14 count Sage opalescent fabric from Banana Oil, who we very much love. And then I just picked random. What I did, and I don't know what I would do again, is I did the back stitching in Kreinik.
Oh yeah, you hate yourself.
Yeah. So, I mean, it looked cool. I don't know if you
It
can
looks...
tell when it's done, just around the broom. But yeah, would not probably choose to do that again. Yeah. And yours was all from the kit still, right?
Mine was all a kit, yeah.
Yeah.
She had taken some liberties on using some different color blues.
We joked that she made the D way bigger than it's supposed to be because her name was Donna.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a couple stitches too big, but
yeah,
represent. I love it.
Yeah.
Those French knots though.
It's true. She wasn't going to do them.
So. Not at all.
Yeah.
All right. My next one is, let me see. It's the Base Still Happy Halloween by the Witchy Stitcher. And this is on, oh, am I dropping it?
There you go.
Okay, thank you. This is on 28 count Old Fashioned Lugana by Fortnite Fabrics. And this is actually, it's another thing with the camera. It's actually like a purple.
Yeah.
But I don't know if like people do this. Does it look more purple? I don't know.
I think the lighting's just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so it was super fun.
I'll confirm. It's purpley.
Okay, thank you. I'm not lying.
I'll vouch for you.
I'm not making it up. Okay. The next one I had was kind of a small one. And this is Queen Esther's Pure Heart by Scattered Seed Samplings.
Samplers.
Sampler. Oh my gosh.
Seeds. Samplers.
Thank you. By that designer. Tongue Twister.
Yeah.
It's on 32 count Vellum Lugana by Picture This Plus. And I did change the year. I believe it said like 2015 maybe, which I'm assuming is the year it was probably designed.
Probably, yeah.
And she had her initials, and I tried like charting mine, and it just didn't
You
work.
stitched them, didn't you?
I did.
And
You can
didn't
still
pull them out. Didn't
you
like
can
it.
still see it kind of.
Yeah.
But
I love those colors together.
I do too. They're very pretty.
I'm a sucker for gold
Anything.
floss.
Just anything.
Yeah. No, not jewelry. Like I wouldn't wear gold,
Well, true.
but I'll stitch it. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
All right. Me again. This next one is Seasonal Etchings by Heart and Hand Needlepoint. And this is on 28 count white even weave. And this is actually only a quarter of the pattern. They have, I want to say there's like a bunny and some fish and one that I can't remember. The picture will be out.
Yeah.
We'll show. But I just really like this cardinal. And I kind of did this as like a piece in memory of my grandma because she really loved birds and especially red cardinals. And so I wanted to make it bigger. So I blew it up 200%, which means it had 4 times the amount of stitching. But
It looks cool though.
I really like it. I really do love it. I like the style of it a lot. Called for Classic Colorworks.
Nice. My turn. So I have one that I don't physically have with me, so I'll just pop a picture up of it. So I stitched a pattern called Born to be Mild for a friend of mine as a gift for the holidays. It is on 14 count confetti by Fabric Flare, and I love that fabric.
Mm-hmm.
And
you bought more of it, didn't
I
you?
did.
Like
I just
yards
have,
of it.
Not no.
I thought you did.
I didn't like go ham on it. I just
I thought you got like a bolt. You like to get bolts of things.
I like to get bolts of like sewing interfacing.
Oh,
not
whatever.
like
Okay. No, she
Anyway,
doesn't love it that much, apparently.
no. I liked it, so
It was good.
it was really, and like I feel like every time I was like, every stitch, it was just so nice. It was just it was a really nice fabric. So yeah, on the 14 count confetti by Fabric Flare that is still available. I did not buy it out.
So, buy it out of stock.
And called for DMC.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of fun to stitch. It was a lot of color changes, but it was a lot of fun to stitch. And my friend that I gifted it to really liked it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, my next one is the Krampus Sampler. This is the large one. In the pattern, there's a small and a large, and this is the large one. This is by Uncanny Kari and D's 20 Stitches. And it's stitched on 32 count Stormy Night Lugana by Zweigart. And on this one, this was actually, I think, my first time using variegated fancy floss.
Oh, very nice.
For the flames. So,
Oh, they're pretty.
it's very beginner. Like I would do things a little different now probably, but I still like how it turned out.
I think it looks great. It's not like stripy or anything. It just looks like flamey.
Flamey. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Are the initials that did you change certain initials different colors?
That's how it was designed.
Oh,
It spells
okay.
out Krampus.
Oh, that makes sense.
Like all of the
yeah,
the top
Smart.
alphabet, which
Okay.
I normally don't like stitching alphabets, but for this one I was like, I like that touch.
Yeah.
Where they changed it to spell Krampus. Yeah.
That's really fun.
I did a color conversion on this. Stuck in the same realm, like blue and whatever, but
yeah.
Yep. Okay. Next one is called Mushrooms, and it's on 28 count Mushroom Lugana. This is designed by Sam X Stitch on Etsy, and I just fell in love with it like the second I saw it. They also have, I think, plants and butterflies, kind of in the same, like, just a square of a lot of them. But I just fell in love with the colors and everything. Thought that was fun.
I love the Amanitas.
You do love those. You had one.
There you go.
In real life and
yeah.
All right. This next one is just called Rose. Got it off of Etsy, 2x2 stitch art. It's on 28 count white even weave, and I did this as a memory piece for my mom. She really liked pink roses were her favorite. So.
And all the flowers.
All the flowers, yes.
But pink roses especially.
But
yeah.
she loved pink roses, so.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, this was a fun one. I thought the all called for colors. I think they did a great job.
The leaves especially. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we're making good time.
Yeah.
My next one is called Stolen.
I love this one.
Me too. It's called Stolen Christmas by Twin Peak Primitives. It is on 14 counts. Like, look at he stole the S, the little raccoon.
I love him.
We're neighbors. We forgot to mention that at the beginning.
Yeah.
If you hadn't seen our other intros. So we do live next door and have a lot of critters that live between our two houses. So we have raccoons. I might put a picture of them that really come by our porch every night and steal just about anything they can. Like they're fun. They're a lot of fun to watch. So I saw this pattern and I was like, yep, buying it just right away. And then stopped whatever I was working on and stitched it because I thought it was so cute.
I think I interrupted you before you finished what it was on.
Oh, I don't know the name of it. It's just like light blue.
Light blue?
Ada. Light blue, Ada? Gray Ada. That's 14 count. It is the called for DMC, except I swapped out the snowflakes and the snow parts on the trees for white etoile.
I thought you changed one of the reds.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I lied. I did swap the orange that was called for when I started stitching. It was like bright neon orange. So I just made it a bit more like muted. I don't know what number it was, but other than all those changes, it's called for DMC.
It's the same thing.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun to stitch. I started it on Christmas Eve.
Oh.
That was my Christmas Eve start. So
nice. Okay. My next one is called Fractor 5. Is that in there? Yeah. And this is on Etsy, the designer StitchingSpell, and it's on 28 count even weave. And I did all the called for color. I changed the year to be 2006, which is when my husband and I got married. And then at the bottom, there's like the little flowers. The little flowers and like the initials I added.
There's an R.
Yeah.
Yep.
Me and my husband. So it was kind of, I don't know, kind of like a wedding anniversary piece it did, but I love it. I love fractor birds. Oh my gosh. If I could stitch every single fractor design, I would.
What is a fractor design? Is it like a designer or is that
It's a style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So the next one, this is Move Forward in Love by Modern Folk Embroidery. And this was, I believe, he released this for Pride Sal. What is it? 1 or 2 years ago? 2 years ago, maybe? I don't remember.
I think it was 2022. Because I remember seeing a lot of people still working on it when I started.
Okay, maybe it was. We can, if it's not,
Yeah.
we'll
We're gonna say
correct ourselves.
2022. Yeah.
But I guess it doesn't really matter. It's available on his website. And I did a little bit different with the colorways. He had provided two, like a monochromatic way, and also one that had a lot of colors, like all the different rainbow colors from the flowers. And I just, for my own sanity, simplified it a little bit.
You love confetti.
And I did some revisions on the middle part too. But yep, and this is on 28 count white even weave.
I like them. I'm curious. That's still available. I'm interested.
It is.
Yeah. Okay.
Or last I checked.
Okay.
It was.
Yeah.
All right. This one.
Ooh. Makes me nervous.
The border.
The border.
Yeah. This is a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can get this. This is, I believe, just called was called Mario on the Etsy shop that I bought it at. And I will tell you the name. I'm not Magic Stitching. But this one is no longer available. I did check that recently. And there is a Sonic version now that's kind of the same stained glass, but I didn't see Mario. Yeah, this, I did not center my fabric. This was tight. I was like searching it and Erinn was just like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Another cautionary tale, like when you let your child pick a pattern they really want, check the stitch count because this is 39,000 stitches and it took a little bit of time.
You must really love him.
I do love him. I did make several changes to this, just preference changes really. Because it had like a stained glass look, like a lot of the elements, the piranhas especially, I remember the piranha plants and like his face, they weren't like closed in with black stitches, but I felt like to be like a true stained glass
it would have the edging
effect, it would have like an edging to divide colors. So I did do some like personal preference revisions on stuff like that. And we'll put a picture in so you can kind of see.
It's so bright. I love it.
It is bright.
He better love it.
He better love it. He did love it.
He has to love Mario forever.
He probably will.
Hopefully. Yeah.
But
yeah. Okay, my next one is another one that I don't physically have. It was a gift. And it was started stitching one thing for a friend and then just it was not going well. So kind of panicked and, with the holidays getting closer, switched to a different pattern. So something we had joked about before about like, oh no, we love having people over, but yeah, please leave by 9.
Please leave by 9.
So another plastic little covers pattern. Her patterns are so fun, like really bright, lots of fun flowers. It is on 14 count stone Aida by Fiber on a Whim. I did do a conversion. The original pattern was really bright and I thought this would kind of match the style of this person's house better. So I'll convert it to DMC and then the
leaves were so good. What was it?
It was Morning Dew by Mo Sale. It was a cotton and it's like super variegated, like really pretty like greens and pinks and like cream colors. And it was a lot of fun to stitch with. So the rest were just DMC, but that one was fun.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And I did frame it.
Oh, that's
right. No, I kind of finished it.
I put it on. Yes. It's like our first finish between the two.
We're so excited. It was like a foam board and like pinned it and then what do you call that? Lace behind it.
Okay.
And then I was I went just about everywhere. I was like Michael's and Home Goods and TJ Maxx.
I thought you said it was like at Home Goods where you found.
Oh, I was trying to find a frame, but it was a weird size. Yeah. So I couldn't find whatever size I needed frame. And I was like literally walking out of the store and it was right around the holidays. So they had a lot of like holiday stuff out and they had this like wooden frame that had this just really ugly, really, you would hate it. So glittery.
Oh gosh, and you bought it.
I think it said Merry Christmas. I don't know what it said. It doesn't matter. So I just like, whoop, it slid in. It was perfect. Like perfect fit.
It was. You'll see the picture. Yeah. It was like a perfect fit. The size, everything.
So then I went back and I bought 2 more just in case.
Did you?
Well, they were on clearance after the holidays. And I was like, you never know. I might want to finish. That's how I can frame things and I can pop them in those. Those are my
That's about it.
Finish options. Yeah. That was Please Leave by 9. So.
All right. So this next one is just silly.
It's so cute. So cute.
And I charted it. Okay, so this is kind of ridiculous, but I'm just calling this Valentims Day.
Because that's how he said it.
That's how he said it. So my son, we have one of those like letter boards and we have like a countdown to Valentine's Day or I let him pick what he wanted to put on it. And he wanted to do a countdown that said, it is Valentine's Day and blank days. And then put like, they have the extra like arrows and he just like made a little design. So I thought it was adorable and I stitched it so I could frame it and we could always have a countdown to Valatims Day.
Valatims Day. Yeah. That's how he spelled it. It's so adorable.
It's true. I'm holding this awkward because it says his name and I don't want people later on in life to make fun of him for his spelling.
What up, Valatim?
So,
yeah.
Anyway, he was 6.
His name's not Tim.
It's not. I'll put a picture, and I have a picture of a side by side. I took a picture of the letterboard.
Oh, adorable.
If I can find it, I'll put it in. So
Okay.
it just matches that.
Yeah.
All right. This next one is Oupik the Owl. And this is by Vivsters on Etsy. I did it on a 28 count white even weave. And this is when I started. When did I start it? 2020. And I just finished it, I think, last year. I put it down for a long time.
It's a lot of stitches.
It is. Put it down for a very long time. And picked it back up as like a travel piece. But this one, this specific design is not available. There is one that is very, very similar, so I guess she like altered it at some point, which we can maybe put a picture. Yeah. Just if you're interested, we'll put a picture of like the current one that's available. Yeah. But it's very, very similar to this. But
was it called for DMC?
Called for DMC. Yep.
Another one. It's so bright. It's fun.
It is so bright.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna like pronounce this.
We practiced.
This next one is Vaket Auf, I believe, by Forest Embroidery. No, why did I say that? Because I said Auf.
You were so worried about Vaket Auf saying it right.
Long dog sampler.
Yep.
So this was not the first one I started, but the first one I finished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a reasonable size.
This is.
Yes.
That's why I finished it probably so fast. This is the only finish there's the thing. This is the only finish I had from 2020, but I blame my daughter because I had a newborn at the time, so I didn't.
That's fair.
Didn't get a lot of finishes in, but this one I did a color conversion. It already had different colors, which is, half of hers do, half don't. Mm-hmm. And I just picked 5 different colors and let the placement fall with whatever she had.
But did you wing it? Or no, you assigned the colors.
No.
Okay.
I just she had 5 colors charted out.
Got it. So you just swapped them.
Swapped out 5 colors. I wish I would have switched some things up because I don't love how a couple of the colors I picked went together, but I like it. And it's on 18 count Ada.
I think you should do a close-up. It's kind of hard to see the blue.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's really pretty. But, yeah. Squirrels. Right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, little squirrels. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cute.
Yeah, that was a fun one. So that was my first long dog sampler finish.
Nice. Right. My finish after that was Grief is Love Persevering by Witch's Garden Crafts.
I love this one.
It is on 14 count Ethereal Ada by Bestitch Me with the called for DMC. And it was like another one where I saw the pattern and I was like, yep, stop whatever else I'm doing, buy it, and just start stitching it.
The fabric is like perfection.
It's so good. I need to buy more of it.
It's still available?
Yeah, it's still, I don't know if it's there's any in ready to ship, but it's still available to order.
I love it.
It's just, yeah.
The placement too, it's perfectly placed.
Yes, like the cut for the tree and then the bird. The little moon's so cute.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's one I'm probably gonna have to stitch at some point.
You should definitely get that one. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Good. Okay. So my next one, I believe, the patterns that I took these ornaments from, I believe are called Baubles by Satsuma Street. And she designed these 5 different baubles. There might have been more. I don't know. So I think you could buy them individually or maybe all together. I can't remember. And I took those and did a color conversion to this more kind of mid-century modern retro color scheme. And lined them all up and designed a little border and put Merry Christmas. So
that's a good font. Was that hers or did you pick that?
I picked that.
Excellent font choice.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
So I love it. I, again, did not leave myself much space along the edges for anything, but we don't frame anyway.
That's true. You're not like me who leaves a solid
I could fit this whole piece on your extra fabric.
I just get nervous. Remember that I started something and I did the math wrong where I was like, okay, I need to add.
Oh, you only
added 2 inches instead of 2 inches on each side.
Yeah.
So now I'm super paranoid about it and I'm working on a yard of fabric for everything.
Yeah. Okay, so this next one is another Satsuma Street. These are actually 4 different patterns, and they're the 4 seasons. I cannot pronounce them, but it's just basically like winter, spring, summer, fall. And I waited not so patiently for her to release all of these, because I knew, like, after I saw the first 2, I was like, more of these are coming out.
Yeah.
And I knew I wanted to stitch them together, so once they were all released, I stitched them together. It's all called for.
Which one's your favorite?
Ooh. Favorite style or favorite to
Season.
stitch? Oh. Fall, probably.
It's good. Good
I
colors.
like yeah.
Yeah.
I like the autumnal
There you go.
colors. I like them all, though. They were all fun.
Yeah.
And I liked it because it was a little finish. I counted each box as like, in
that's
my
fun.
head,
Yeah.
this is a little finish.
Yeah.
And I did this. What was the Sal that, was it in May? Maniac?
Me, that was right before. I've heard people
it's
talk about
something.
it. Yeah.
I can't remember, but
Yeah.
for that, I had started like each one. Like I put like a few stitches in for each
Nice.
one.
Yeah. Those would make cute little ornaments.
They would.
Yeah.
They really would.
Yeah.
I'll just cut it up.
Yeah.
We're done. All right. So this next one is called Mushroom Sampler.
More mushrooms.
More mushrooms. These have eyes and stuff though.
That one has glasses.
And glasses. He's my favorite.
Oh my goodness.
He's like the grandpa mushroom.
Those are adorable.
Yeah. This is by Gira, and it was a free chart that I believe is still available. And I did not, it's in Japanese, I believe. And I did a conversion because I did not know like what floss they were calling for.
Got it.
But it might have been a partial, I don't know. I mean, I did a conversion, but I tried to match everything. So
Yeah.
it's nothing too off.
And the fabric.
Oh, the fabric. This is just a 28 count even weave that I dyed, I think, with just gray grit dye.
It's pretty.
So I liked it. Yeah, it turned out nice. Kind of like a purpley gray. This one's one of my favorites.
It's so good.
This is by Stiach on Etsy. And so they laughed at my needlepoint. I laughed at their stitches. I love it so much.
It's really good.
And this one is on, what did we say? Oh, this is not a 28 count white even weave.
If it is, something's wrong with
It
it.
was very late when I was typing up these notes.
I'm going to guess it's called
It's light oatmeal. It's light oatmeal.
Oh, see?
And I think it's 18 count light oatmeal. And I did a conversion on this because I wanted to start it right away and I didn't have the call for.
Yep.
So I just picked what I had. Okay.
All right, over to me. So my next one is this little Mill Hill ornament.
Look at that fully finished object.
Don't mind me, just over here. So it was actually one of the things we got at Keepsakes when we went the first time. And I was like, oh, that looks fun. I'll make a little ornament. So I really enjoyed it. Like I liked the beading. I did not mind the paper at all. I know some people don't love the perforated paper. I went on a little bit of a Mill Hill buying spree after this.
I did too, and I haven't even stitched one, so I hope I like it.
If you don't, I know someone.
If you don't, you're gonna end up with a taco, a piece of pizza.
I already have those.
And
giveaways.
We'll
do. If anybody hates Mill Hills,
it's true.
We'll give them away.
Maybe a hamburger. I don't know. I got a third one. I don't remember what it was.
I have a lot of the Santas.
Oh, I didn't get any of those.
Just
the food.
I thought it was really fun, and I finished it just in time for it to hang on our tree for like a day
before you packed up.
Yep. But I think I'm gonna get the same kit and stitch another one so it can be on the back. And then if it
if it's symmetrical.
It's symmetrical.
Would you do the same colorway? I guess it's a kit, so you get everything. Yeah.
So yeah, I might do that, or I might just start one of the other ones I have.
It's true.
We'll see.
I mean, how often are your ornaments just spinning around?
You never know. You never know.
I guess if Hanson
when I
hits
walk
it with
in,
his
I'm
tail
like,
or something. But
yeah. So now I know it's going to be really hard to go from this to Amity's sad next finish.
My sad next finish.
Yes, but
all right. So this was one of my favorite finishes, and it is Death by Cross Stitch. Whoa.
Here, I'll hold it so you can
Okay.
sit normally and talk about it. Is that all? Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Okay. This is Death by Cross Stitch, and it's by Long Dog Samplers, and this was the first Long Dog I started, but not the first one I finished. This is the second one I finished. And obviously, like, we'll put a picture up, but it was charted in monochrome, just black. And I picked 5 colors and did this for my son, because he was born in, I think the pattern was released in 2015 or 2016. I don't know. Anyway, he's born 2015. So I put the year that he was born. And then somewhere on here, it says the year I finished it. Somewhere. I honestly looked last night.
I'm trying to see if I can find it from the back.
Oh, right there. 2022.
No,
It's
should I get closer?
No, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
It's just
tiny,
like
okay.
backstitched. But
Yeah.
and then I put like, just for him, I added a little thing that says like his birthday and then his initials are on the side. And one last thing, is it heavy?
You're good.
Okay.
It's like an arm workout.
Lift it up a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect. Yeah, just talk about it forever.
Okay. There's an alphabet here on the chart and an alphabet like here, and I replaced it with just some other motifs that were from either this piece or this was from a different long dog sampler I had. So that's it.
That is impressive.
Thank you. It's
so
probably my favorite finish.
Yeah.
Oh, this was another one that...
Whew, the border.
So, but we were all good. The border on the bottom is a little tight. What had happened is I had stitched about a Q-snap's worth, like this much. Went to move it, and I had stitched it with the fabric oriented the wrong way. So after my brief panic attack and like running to the Facebook group, like, do I throw this in the trash? Like, what do I do? Some very smart person was like, you should just count.
Wait, didn't someone else say to make it an ornament?
Somebody said to make it an ornament. It would be like a 10 by 10 ornament. But
your tree would be like, ooh.
It's true.
Yeah.
But the person was like, why don't you just double check counting? And I did, and I had like literally an inch at the bottom, and I was like, I don't want to restitch the whole thing, so I'm just gonna go for it. So that was my first one.
Nice.
And I'm addicted to them now. So
a lot of long dog samplers over here.
In the works.
Yeah.
In the mix. Okay. My next one's tiny in comparison.
It's so cute though.
This is called Gardening Ain't Easy. Does it pain you that I said ain't?
It's the pattern name.
It's the pattern name.
Yeah.
And this one is by Stiach, the same one that did the Stitches one.
Yeah. Yeah.
On Etsy. This is just on 28 count white even weave for real. But I just thought it was hilarious. So
I love their little straw hats.
Yeah, I just love like
their overalls. Yeah,
little veggies.
It's really good.
I think it's adorable and funny. So.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this next one is one that I designed and I debated showing because I'm like self-conscious about
it's so pretty
designs. But
it's so pretty.
I just call this flowers. Really creative.
Really got wild with the naming.
Really got wild with that naming. Actually, I think I refer to it as my flowers.
Oh, there you
sometimes.
Go. Yeah. If you're feeling crazy.
Is just stitched on 28 count white even weave. And I don't know, picked some colors I really liked at the time. And did it. I just wanted to design something. So this was like, I think this was 2018. And I didn't really know about like big designers. I just knew like Etsy. So if like Etsy didn't have something I liked, then I just in my head was like, I need to make it myself.
Yeah. I think it's really fun.
I liked it. It's all that matters.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the next one I do have to show. It's right here.
Framed.
Framed. One fully finished so far. And that is Flower a Day by Carolyn Manning. And it was a sal. At the time I found it, the sal was like long done. It was a stitch alone, not a stitch along for me.
I've never heard that. That's cool.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I very much enjoyed it. And I did we'll insert pictures. I did a full color conversion. Just picked some like teals and golds and pinks and grays, I think were the 4. And I had such a good time. I did not do a stitch a day. I did not do like a flower a day or anything. I just, whenever I wanted to, I stitched it. But
so it wasn't like a temperature chart. It was just stitch a flower a day.
Yep. You just stitch a flower a day.
That's fun. That's a really fun idea for a sal. So did she release a flower day when it was originally?
I think she released the whole pattern. I'm speculating because I don't know. Like, I think she released the whole pattern, and then like you could just choose whichever to stitch one a day.
That's really fun.
I kind of wish I would have joined in, but I probably wouldn't have kept up. So it was probably better to just do it by myself. Stitch alone.
We had a couple of people in the comments ask in other videos what that was, and it is still available.
It is, yeah. You double checked that it was.
Yeah, it's on the Carolyn Manning website under.
It was like Sal.
Flowers? Something. No, I think it wasn't under Sal. That's what threw me off. It's under Flowers. If that's wrong, I'll put a little note up here.
But it is available. And it's super fun to stitch.
Yeah.
Super fun.
All right. My next one is called Flowers Shall Grow. It's another little one. And it is by Stitch Sprout on, I'll get closer so you can read it. On Etsy.
Here. It also helps you if it's in the frame if they can read it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay. It is on 14 count belt, Ada by Picture This Plus with the called for DMC. And it is another one where I was like, saw the pattern, like, yep, love it, dropped everything, started stitching it. It was my first real time with trying back stitching. So
and all the words are
all the words and like around the leaves and the berries and things. But yeah,
it's really good one. The
bought
fabric's
a frame
great.
for it.
Oh, you're one step closer.
I know. Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah.
So yes, it was really fun. I really liked it. So
love it. Okay. My next one was a gift for Erinn one year for Christmas. And I'm going to try to show it without a reflection, but it says Krampus is coming.
I love him so much.
Pyro Dog Pins on Etsy, and it is on 28 count. Oh, that's hard. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
28 count white even weave. And I'm embarrassed by this one. I always look at things I gift, and then I'm like, because like I can see where I traveled, like I like stitches behind it and stuff. Just don't pay attention to it. Just hang it somewhere high.
Oh, no. Like it comes out early and it sits right by the record player, like on her, and it's there all season.
Are you taking it back now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I love him. I think he's great.
I like him. I just wish like I knew some of the techniques I know now then. And it could have been a little better.
This is a good lesson that you should not be too critical because I love it so much.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm taking it back right now.
Okay. That is fine.
Yeah.
All right. My next one is Good Morning by Satsuma Street. And this is one, I don't know if the fabric will show up. It is on like a light blue even weave, 28 count even weave that I believe I dyed. I think I did like a light red dye on it. I can't 100% remember. But I did all the call for colors. She's just a color genius. I love all her color schemes. The only changes I made were like, I centered like these trees. I like centered them on these black triangles. Cause like they were off by like one stitch and it just bothered me. It was
all you could see, I bet.
It just bothered me. And I think I raised the sun up like one. I was like, I don't want that to touch. But I love this so much. I just love the style, the colors, everything. Love it. I need to stitch more Satsuma Streets. Because they're so fun, and I haven't done any in so long.
I haven't tried any of her ornaments either. I'm going to try one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They all look really fun.
They are, yeah.
Maybe I'll have to work in a start.
Ooh, there you go.
I am. I think I'm going to restart Cactus Cat this year.
Oh, okay.
So I do have one.
You know, I might get an ornament.
You should.
Yeah. We could have Satsuma Saturday.
Yes, or Sunday.
But it's
Sat. Oh, yeah. That makes more sense.
Yeah. Plus, something else is Sunday.
Ink Circle Sunday.
Ink Circle Sunday.
There's something every day.
There's Alfor's Friday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I vote Satsuma Saturday.
Okay.
It's more fun to say. This next one is my favorite. It's so good. She's going to be modest about it. I love it.
I'm critical.
I know there are things you would change, but...
Yes. And there are things I probably will. So this is one I designed myself. And I just call it Great White Christmas. Because I'm dreaming of a great white Christmas.
Look at him. I love it.
I love it. But I stitched this on 14 count white Ada with 3 strands. That's another thing. Like I just don't, it's chunky. I don't like the way it looks. I pulled it out of our frame because I do like display it on Christmas. But I had bought one of those sticky sticky boards.
I've seen those. I've never tried them. Oh, but then you can't.
You can't let. I mean, it worked.
Are they repositionable or like
the one I bought was?
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know, but now like I can't change it. It's gonna rip the threads out if I try it. So I just kind of want to restitch it. I don't know. I do like it. I just there are things I would change. But
I think it is a piece of garbage, and you should just give it to me
to dispose of.
Yes, I'll take care of it for you.
Okay. All right. I'll display it in my house proudly.
Yes, there you go.
But
I think it's so much fun.
I do at some point want to restitch it.
Yeah.
Just in like things I prefer now.
Yeah.
Different fabric and stuff. But oh wait, what's this pink thread?
Ruined.
Well now what's ruined? Here's what it looks like without a giant pink thread on top of it.
Now people can see it.
Now
yeah.
you get the vision.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Next one. I did not realize between the two of us how many mushrooms.
We enjoy mushrooms.
Apparently, I hate them, eating them.
Oh yeah, they're gross,
Ooh,
but
yeah.
they're slimy.
Yeah. So this is Amanita, and it is by Happy Little Mouse on Etsy on 14 count black Ada with the called for DMC. I'll probably insert a picture. So where we live, we have a ton of these mushrooms, a ton of Amanitas that pop up, and like
you have to insert the one where you're like getting the good angle, like.
Oh,
it was like a good like upshot.
Fancy mushroom photo shoot. It was like
I kind of wish I would have seen like the behind the scenes of you getting that angle.
It was like the perfect Amanita, and like they pop up in like all under the trees, and they get really big. But no, I just think they're really fun. So
is that the one that you started first when you got back in to cross stitch? I know it wasn't your first finish.
It was yeah.
It was you started first.
Yes, it was like the first like real pattern that I started, and yeah, I didn't finish it first, but it was the first one I started.
Yeah,
so
I love it.
I just think it's so pretty.
The stitches, the white stitching, immaculate.
See, I look at it and I'm like, oh no, that's wrong. There's at least one where I went the wrong way.
We just need to stop criticizing ourselves.
That's fair.
Maybe that's
look at this pretty mushroom.
It's amazing.
So yeah, that was and I had to practice this Amanita.
Amanita.
Amanita. I think that's right.
I can't even tell you if it's wrong.
Okay, so we're gonna say that's what it is.
It is. Okay, this next one is called Dog's Leave Paw Prints. This is a Lizzie Kate pattern. I stitched two of these actually, same exact thing. One for my parents because they lost one of their dogs in 2018, and then one for my mom's best friend who lost one of her dogs like a few months before or after. It was very close. And actually my mom's best friend said that was going to be their last dog, so I wanted to do something.
Aww.
They just they can't, the heartbreak of losing them is hard.
Get it.
So
I get it.
Yeah. So I did two of these. This is on 14 count, I think, light oatmeal. It was back in light oatmeal stage, and I did a color conversion because again it was something I just didn't have the call for.
That's really cute.
And you're gonna take this. Oh, I just showed the back. Here's my finishing.
There you go.
Tape
and cardboard.
Maybe that's where you learned your taping
There
trick.
you go. I learned from watching you.
It's true. So I'm gonna pawn this off on you because you have dogs.
I do. Look at my pile over here.
There you go. All right, this next one is another one I charted, and this was a temperature design. I think this is when I just discovered temperature cross stitch. I don't know if they were out before that, but I didn't see any that I was just like loving, so I made my own. And this is a design based off of Orla Keeley, a leaf pattern design that she's kind of famous for. Maybe we'll insert a picture, maybe for reference. And I picked like the standard like cool colors for cold temperatures and warmer colors.
So this was what year?
This is 2018.
Oh,
I wrote it down.
2018. There you go.
It was early or
Nice.
late, however you want to look at it. I don't know. Maybe I wrote it down wrong, but
yeah.
And it worked out really well. I think I had like 3 extra leaves when I got down to like here. So I think I did like one to represent the lowest low, the highest high, and the average.
Oh, that's really smart.
Just to like...
Oh, so is one side of the leaf low and one side high, or is each leaf a day?
Each leaf is a day.
Okay.
Yeah. Not like differentiated between like it just flowed.
Got
like
it.
it's not
Yeah.
like one column's January, one column's February. It just like flowed throughout. But,
Yeah.
and this is on 14 count
Oatmeal.
light oatmeal.
Light
I think.
oatmeal.
I don't know. Maybe oatmeal or light oatmeal. One of the two.
That's really fun. Would you do another temperature chart?
I would. I started one in 2019 and got about a third of the way done, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do that anymore. It was a UFO.
Quarterly temperature chart.
I only care about the first half.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did.
It's all blue.
It's true. Well, on these, the ones I was working on after, I was doing more of not necessarily like hot versus cold as far as colors.
Mm-hmm.
I just picked random colors, assigned temperatures to them, so it's just like you get a random
that's
piece.
fun. Yeah.
But
Okay.
I didn't finish it.
Yeah.
Maybe I could probably find a picture, but I don't care enough about it. This next one is a quote from The Handmaid's Tale, and the designer is the Craft Room Maven on Etsy. It's on an 18 count light oatmeal. And I would say what it translates to, but I know a lot of people watch Flosstube with children in the room. So you can look it up. It's just got like a,
Like a really low
it's
level
a
curse
low
word.
level
Like,
curse word, but
barely.
I don't want you to have those conversations with your children.
That's true. What's that mean?
Yeah. You're
Fair.
welcome.
Yeah.
This one, I love the colors. The colors are what drew me in, like,
I feel
off the bat. I love the
I say
colors.
this about just about it. I love the colors and I love that font.
Oh, the font. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with the font. Obsessed. One thing I'm not obsessed with is that I did it with 3 strands. So
what was it? 18
count? So if you're at home thinking like, man, I really want to do 3 strands on 18 count, don't do it. It's a nightmare. It's puffy. It's got great coverage.
It really does look great.
You cannot see the fabric, but it was dense.
Yeah.
It's dense. Okay.
Next one is me, and I have a little backing board for this on like 14 count Ada that has huge holes in it. And it is called Kawaii Halloween from Cross Stitch Bay on Etsy. It is 14 count black Ada with called for DMC. Is that in the...
It's in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, I started this. I don't remember if I think I started it on Halloween.
I want to say you did.
Yeah, I think I was like, oh man, I really want to
Because
the Halloween piece.
Because I started the cat one.
Your basil cat. Yeah. So yeah, I started this on Halloween. I just thought it was cute, and it was again. I really like stitching with bright colors.
It looks like it's neon.
It does look like little neon signs. Yeah,
I love it.
And I really, really love the little spider's legs. I just think they're so cute.
It's so cute.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun. So just a little baby one. All right.
Okay. So this next one I bought as a kit off of Etsy. It's called Think Happy Thoughts by Emily Peacock Tapestry. And I really just bought the kit for the chart though.
You changed just about everything.
I did. I didn't.
Or you didn't do a lot of it. Yeah.
I didn't use like anything it came with. I just really wanted the chart. But it's the same designer as the squid. Ruby's squid.
Ruby. Yeah.
But so I did Think Happy Thoughts. And the letters are like the same from the chart. But I, like I said, changed everything. I swapped out all the colors, and then I did like kind of a half stitch background of grays. We'll put a picture in. I loved the design, but it was a solid full coverage, and I just did not make me think happy thoughts when I thought about doing the full coverage background.
Nice.
So
yeah,
I just did my own thing, and I think it turned out good.
I think it's really fun.
I like it. It's a fun font.
Yeah.
Okay. This next one is called Call Me.
But
don't.
Yeah.
It's by Felicity Hall, and it was in Cross Stitcher magazine, I believe March of 2013. And we'll insert a picture of the actual chart. I did change it to say, don't call me at the bottom. At the top, the chart said like, bring, like on the top, and like a fun font. I liked it, but I despise talking on the phone.
Yeah.
Hate it. Like, if there's any possible other way to reach me, please do. I once saw like a letter board. I'll put it in. It was like top 100 ways to contact, and it was like text, DM, carrier pigeon, like it was like random thing, hot air balloon, like it was insane. And then like the very last one was call me.
When we were kids, and Amity would babysit a lot, and she would call me to order pizza for like the babysitting kids. Do you remember that? Because you hated making phone calls to strangers.
I still have you do that.
That's fair. Yeah.
I don't order anything. I don't remember that. It's 100% something I would do.
Yes, I remember it.
And like, yeah, you still order everything.
Yeah.
Thanks, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's just talking on the phone's awful. So I want to eventually get this framed and like put behind my desk. So when I have Zoom calls, don't call me. I think it'd be fun.
All right. My next one is called I Got a Rock from Grandma Girl Designs.
I love it.
And I stitched it for my husband because he really likes Space Ghost and really likes the Charlie Brown Halloween special where when they go trick-or-treating, poor Charlie Brown keeps getting a rock. So I just thought it was funny, and it was a really quick stitch, so I just stitched it for his office. And this was my 3 strands. It was 14 count though, but 3 strands. So it was very puffy. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Super cute.
It's like the perfect cross stitch for him,
Yes.
I feel like.
Yeah. So quick one. I got a rock.
All right, my next 3 go together. And I did not finish them like back to back, but I wanted to show them back to back since they are like patterns that go together. But these are all by Stitcherovia, and they're all done on 14 count light oatmeal.
You really? Did you have a bolt of light oatmeal?
Did you buy the bolt for
Yeah.
it? No. No, this was like before I knew anything existed besides like Michael's or Joann's or, you know, so I was just working with what was available at the time.
Yeah.
And these were all stitched on, I think, bright fabrics. Like I want to say the sun one was on like yellow. Like in her
like the model
models.
stitching, yeah.
And I made them all cohesive. But so this is You Are My Sunshine. I think the pattern might just be called Sunshine, or maybe You Are My Sunshine. But I did a full color conversion, very similar to hers. I didn't change much. I just wanted to work with what I had. I did that one. And then the second one was You Make Me Happy When Skies Are Gray. Oh, and
the red heart. That's really cute.
I was just going to say, the red, or the pinkish red heart is the same color on all 3.
Oh, smart. Yeah.
And then the last one is You Never Know, Dear, How Much I Love You. And I don't know if these are the exact names. It might just be like How Much I Love You or Love. I really don't know, but they're all still available on, I know her Etsy for sure. I really
Those
love
are like so nice, like framed together.
I used to sing the You Are My Sunshine to my son
Oh,
when he was first born, like every day. And then like he got to like sing it. Like he knew the words and he would sing it.
That's so cute.
So
Yeah.
I just stitched all of them.
Very nice. Okay, my last one. So this was my first finish when I restarted stitching. And I still love it. I think it's so pretty. It was a free pattern on DMC's website. It is on a 14 count printed Ada that I got off of Amazon in a pack of like galaxy kind of fabric. All of the stitching is DMC Etoile colors. I did not know that. I think everyone else probably knows this. I did not know this. I know 0 French. Etoile means star.
I did not know that.
Okay.
Good to know. It's very appropriate then.
Yes. When I was looking up, just to make sure I said Etoile correctly, it said Etoile means star in French. Okay. So I was like, that makes perfect sense. So, that is Stardust, and I just think it is a sweet sentiment, even though it had lots and lots of confetti and little single stitches.
Oh, like the single stitches get me.
But I tucked them all.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's on like a dark fabric. You can't see anything in the back.
Yeah. So
That's one of my favorite finishes of yours.
Oh,
Your first one. I love it.
I just
The Etoile. I was impressed by the Etoile.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun stitching it. So now we're going to head over to Amity's. So this is all, 2012 and older?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This was when I was saying I did like one project every 4 years. Okay, so this was 2012. And this was, just a chevron squirrel. It was by an Etsy seller. I couldn't make it through a whole video without saying something ridiculous.
So close.
Something ridiculous. A seller on Etsy, and I've looked for it multiple times and I can't find it. So, I mean, it's been so long. I guess it's just they pulled it or their shop's gone.
Yeah.
But I wish 2012 me knew that blue fabric existed and I wouldn't have had to stitch all that.
Oh my goodness. I did not realize that was all stitched.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Good times.
It looks really good though.
I didn't want to take it out because it was a pain to get that like perfectly in there.
Yeah. That's fun.
I think I worked on this on like breaks at work. I don't know, just to pass the time. So I like drug that out. It was like 10-minute intervals.
So she worked on that from 2009 to 2012.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then my next ones are all ornaments.
Yeah.
From 2008. So we had decided that year that all of our gifts for like our parents and like each other were going to be homemade. Something that like we made, handmade stuff. And I picked cross-stitch ornaments. And I did not anticipate them taking so long.
Well, you also designed them all.
A lot, well, all but 2.
Okay. Most of them.
But in my head, like, they're so small. I can stitch this in a day. And at the time,
I think that all the time.
No,
I'm like,
I could
look how
not.
tiny that is. I can finish. Yeah.
I was literally up all night the night before. Well, you'll see my awesome finishing in a few minutes.
Yeah.
But so this was one that did not make the cut. I did not design this. This is from, I think, I wrote it down. Leisure Arts Christmas Ornaments. It's a little like booklet. And it was cooler design in 2013.
Ooh, what's happening?
Don't talk about
What's
the back. I
happening
knew
back
you were
here?
looking at the back of that.
I'm not like a snob about what like backs look like.
I don't even care.
But her backs are usually
Look
so
at this
clean.
ridiculousness.
The front looks great.
Well, no, the stitches are going different ways. This is another thing I can't even look at these because like the stitches are like not going the right way and whatever. But
look, from here, like that looks so good.
from here it looks great.
It's perfect. I think it looks
Just
lovely.
hang it at the top of the tree.
There you go.
Where no one can really see
The
it.
back of the tree.
The back.
Just kidding.
Oh, geez. So I don't know. Like I probably will never do anything with it, but
That's cute.
yeah. And then like Erinn said, I designed them for everyone, and I don't think it matters which order I show these in, right? Okay. So I'll go on and show this one because it's not in a frame. So first I did this for my grandma because she loves birds and birdhouses. And then I was like, nope, I don't like it. And then I felt bad because I designed something personal for everyone else. Mm-hmm. So then I went back and I was like, I'll just design her one too, which I thought you were going to say something. You were like,
I was going to ask if she loved legless birds, especially.
We did realize last night that I had never stitched legs on this bird. So I guess it's not a finish.
When you were done, you were done.
It's true.
You're like, nope.
But it's also from the same book as the star. And then, like I said, I did my grandma's. She likes birds and birdhouses, and I don't know where that ended up. I mean, I gifted it to her, but I don't know where it went. So I will insert a picture. I think I have one. If not, I just look ridiculous.
Vanna.
So the next one was my mom's ornament. Oh, this one's fully finished.
The back.
The back.
Wood. Which is, I think that's smart.
This is when you panic the night before Christmas and you're like, how do I finish it? And all I have is balsa wood.
Yep.
So I just cut some balsa wood and hot glued it on.
But look, that was 2008 and they're still in like perfect condition.
Well, it's true. The corners are a little, but
perfect condition.
Perfect condition. Okay. So my mom likes plants, and I designed her a little Christmas cactus with little Christmas lights.
And a Santa hat.
And then my dad loved to collect vices. The
vices were his vice.
Vices were his vice.
Yeah.
His only vice.
Yeah.
So I designed him a vice ornament. I personally like how the 2008 was scrunched.
Mm-hmm. It was a good touch.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was pretty proud of that. Yes, I did that one for him. And then Erinn's, at the time, did you like owls?
I don't think I did. I don't think it was ever a thing.
I just remember
I feel like you were like, I really want to design an owl.
I don't know. So here's Erinn's. She loves owls. And
Sure.
at the time, I think this has changed, but you only liked odd numbers.
No.
Yes, 100%, because that's why I did 3 ornaments.
Nope. I've always been even numbers.
No, it was odd at the time. So you hate
were
owls.
just like, did you hate me that year?
No. You.
She's wrong.
We'll argue about it later.
Yep.
So anyway, now she likes even apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So we can just throw that in the garbage.
Yep. With that great white Christmas.
Uh-huh. And then the next one was from my brother-in-law, and it's just a little Mario one.
Yep. And yes, he loves video games. So.
Yeah. But, oh, there's some padding in here.
I think, yeah, there's like a layer of something. I bet it's batting. Yeah. You had it.
Fancy.
Yeah.
But, okay, and then I just have one more, and it is from like 1991.
Very first cross
My
stitch.
very first cross stitch project that it's the only one I still have.
Yeah.
But it is a gumball machine.
It's so cute.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's kind of like yellow. It's like washing out.
100 years old.
True, it's probably not the lighting. It's probably the actual thing.
Yeah.
And this was one that my grandma, I remember stitching this in my grandma's house. And
There's
she...
a ton of confetti in that.
Yeah.
Gma really threw you in the deep end.
She did. She was like,
hey, 8-year-old.
do this.
It's just confetti.
And I don't know if she just like didn't tell me what to do with them. I don't know. But this was hanging in her house like ever since I stitched it. And when she passed away, I got it. And she fully finished it with some flowers. So I'm always keeping those on there. But
that's really cute.
So that's it. That's all I have.
We did it.
We did it.
Yeah.
I feel like we say that like after everyone. We're like,
we did it. Yeah.
We did it.
So yeah, that was all of our finishes.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like it's a lot, but like there are also people that have this many finishes in like 1 to 2 years.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, to have this from like 1991 to 2024 is not a lot, but
I mean, there were
big
big
ones.
gaps.
They're big ones.
There were
And
big gaps in there.
Yeah.
And then
anyway, I'm happy with everything.
Yeah, it's not a race to finish things.
That's right.
It's about enjoying it.
That's right.
Yeah. So, all right. Thank you all so much for watching. We say this in we said this in our last video, and we'll say it again. Like, really, anyone who has watched and commented and liked and subscribed and followed and just again,
anything.
Thank you so much. It's such a
Thank you.
This has been such an amazing experience, and we were very nervous at first, like, should we, shouldn't we? And I'm so glad we made that first Flosstube because it's been a lot of fun. So thank you. We appreciate all of you. And if you have any questions about any of the projects,
I'm sure we forgot to say something.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So
definitely ask questions about finishing.
No, not us.
Don't ask. Yeah.
Helen D.
Don't call me.
Don't call me. Don't call me.
Yeah. But yes, thank you again. And I hope everyone has a really great day. And hopefully you get to stitch today. So, all right. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.